It's guys' night, baby.
Welcome to the Pretentious Night podcast. Have you guys seen Steins Gate and Evangelion?
Time to get really pretentious.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get lewd.
I don't think that's what pretentious means, but
All right, let's get smutty.
once again.
That's not what that means.
Okay.
We make Simon hold a dictionary for the whole podcast, so whenever we use big words, he can look them up. Big words such as pretentious
And smutty.
and smutty.
I'd use a thesaurus for some of the words so I could say one that's like theirs.
Yeah, when you do your anime descriptions, you have to take out your thesaurus to sound smart.
Yeah, instead of saying good, I find a word like adequate.
Sufficient.
Simon has Grammarly on his computer and types out his essays before the podcast
I
so he can get smart words.
Yeah, I put in all my topic notes.
You put down all the words you know, and then it gives you smarter alternatives for all those words,
Yeah,
and then you think about it to use them in the podcast.
I'm just looking at my phone all throughout the podcast and like saying one randomly.
You like try to force one.
That's
like,
actually why we haven't recorded in a couple weeks, because Simon's been studying up on smart words to use.
Yeah. Whatever. Other people do it too, like professors.
I think they're just naturally smart people.
Yeah, I think they had to work for that smartness
Yeah, they don't take the easy way out.
and use
I don't
thesauruses.
take the easy way out.
I don't
Most
know,
people
man.
just know it. I go through the time to look for it.
Yeah, but you really do be trying to force those big words sometimes. Like when I walked in and you said my outfit looked succulent. I was like, I'm just wearing a hoodie and sweatpants, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
Man, you guys are dicks. Can we talk? Can we make fun of someone else?
I'm sure we can.
Eventually. We always end up doing it. This is the Pretentious Night podcast. Everyone's our victim. Right now, Simon's Googling big words. Let's hear them.
Let's hear some big words, Simon.
Colossal. That's a big ass word.
That's a big word about big words.
Gas grenade.
Gas grenade.
Wait.
Whoa.
Okay, this is a
terrible
bad bit.
Yeah,
Bad
this
bit.
is bad.
Can we just get on with the podcast?
Yeah.
All right.
What are we talking about?
Right now, we're in the midst of a crazy winter storm. We're trapped in the apartment, and
It hasn't started
it
yet.
hasn't started yet,
But it will soon.
Yeah, we're in
Yeah.
preparation.
According to Google Weather.
Yeah, it's supposed to be a crazy blizzard that lasts all weekend, so we're kind of just
Pray
stuck.
for us.
We're stuck here in our one-room apartment.
Yeah, we're gonna bust out one podcast every 3 hours.
We have all the time in the world right now.
me and Simon's studio apartment couldn't have been built better for this scenario.
So get ready for endless topics.
Yeah, but we're real prepared for this storm. We just went out and bought all the snacks we could need. We got 3 boxes of cereal, 3 gallons of milk, 1 for each box of cereal.
Oh, yeah.
We bought the awesome game of meme.
Yeah, the awesome meme card game.
Yeah, we played that for 4 hours before the podcast.
Yeah,
so.
it's not like the Know Your Meme game that you guys might have heard of. It's like really old.
Yeah, it's more like
memes.
like it's all iFunny memes, like Bad Luck Brian and the old guy and stuff.
Yeah, the old.
It's like
pictures of real people.
It's like the Like a Boss meme.
I think they
the
just
game.
got a collection of all like random stock images that they could afford, and they just like put them on cards and called it a meme game.
None of them are like the troll face or like the Me Gusta face or anything.
Yeah,
No.
as a meme connoisseur,
Yeah.
I was kind of disappointed by the selection that they had.
It's just like a picture of like an old man, and like the other card you get has like hashtag winning.
It's just like I think they just went on Facebook and just stole people's pictures.
Yeah, like
It's like a girl and her grandma or
like
something.
old people's pictures, and they sold people's jokes.
Old
They
people are funny.
And they made it a game.
Yeah, but we love it. So
yeah, we
Yeah.
played like 3 rounds, and each round takes like 2 hours. So
yeah,
that's
so
how our day's been going.
That's all we've done all day.
I think in memes now.
I think in 2006 memes.
I hate Mondays.
I hate Mondays. Hashtag winning.
Is this an emoji?
Okay, so we've just returned to college after our long winter break. Our first week of the semester is just under the belt. Does anybody want to talk about their recent experiences?
With the first week of the semester or with the break?
First week of the semester.
Are we going to talk about the break?
No, first week of the
there's
semester.
nothing to talk about during the break. We didn't do much.
All right,
No.
in that case, my first week's been pretty average.
Are you going to talk about your background check?
Oh, yeah.
That went miserably.
No, it didn't. As you guys know, you probably know I'm a teacher, so I had to get a background check to work at a school. And some things came up.
Some things that you thought would never come up. They told you
Some dark things.
They told you they wiped your record clean, but they lied to you.
Yeah. So now I have to lay low for a while. Just kidding. It came back positive. So
Positive for crime. Positive for very malicious crime.
Your test came back positive.
positive for smutty crime and lewd crime. So I'm not allowed to work around kids.
Okay, can you add a just kidding or something?
Yeah, just
JK.
kidding. Just kidding.
All right, Lucas, how about you?
I don't know. I go to art school, so it's not much to talk about. It's just a bunch of weird art kids. Like,
Yeah.
all the kids have dyed hair, and we're working on an art project already. It's nothing crazy.
And we're
Lucas, you have dyed hair.
They all-
And double nose piercings. You're one of those
They
weird kids.
all love to like thrift and stuff. Like our teacher came up and was like, "All right, guys, what's your guilty pleasure for one of our openings?" We had like a cold opening in class, and we had to,
A cold opening.
we had to talk about our
Podcast.
guilty pleasure. And I said my guilty pleasure was I think I just said online shopping because everyone was talking about like shopping or like a Netflix series they were watching. But most of the kids talked about, oh, I really like to thrift and dye my hair.
How's that a dirty pleasure?
I don't know, man.
You should have been like my cum jar under my bed.
Yeah, I actually wanted to say the hentai in my browser, but they really wouldn't have understood.
Speaking of classroom icebreakers, that's always like my biggest fear because the only unique hobby I have is building models. And I don't want to just say playing video games because people hate that. So whenever I say building models,
Models of what?
exactly.
Yeah.
That's what my teacher would ask me, and I would say they're just little robots.
Yeah.
You wouldn't understand.
Yeah.
And if you say something like anime, you sound like a real Westerner.
No, but
you sound like a real Twitter.
No, but
Westerner.
actually in my teaching class, I got a response. One of the girls sitting next to me said, "What kind of models?" I said, "Gundams," and she gave me a knuckle punch, and she started talking to me about the anime.
Oh,
The
really?
Gundam anime. People watch the Gundam anime.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. She said things I didn't know because I don't really watch it. I only watch like 2 shows of it. So
Oh, wow. So you were bested by another Gundam fan,
yeah,
is what I'm hearing?
yeah, pretty much. I sound kind of like a poser, building them and not watching the show.
I'm pretty sure Gunpla's more popular than the show.
Yeah,
so.
Gunpla was made to make toys, wasn't it?
The series was made
Yeah,
just
it's
for like
kinda-
Yeah, the whole
toys.
idea of the
Yeah,
show.
it was started by first selling toys,
like Star Wars.
which you can tell from like
Star Wars?
Controversial subject alert. No, I won't get into that.
yeah,
Yeah.
because you could just tell from the designs of them. They're like made to be toys.
What, Star Wars characters or Gundams?
No, Gundams.
Okay.
I would like to argue about Star Wars characters as being made to be toys.
I think that's why they introduce like a decent amount of new characters in every movie, just to have more options for toys.
Why do you think George Lucas only wanted the marketing? I mean the
Yeah, he only wanted the toy.
like the toy sales. That's the money
He wanted all the marketing sales and not any of the movie sales or anything. When
Yeah.
he first, like, as
That's
soon as he
really
made Star
smart.
Wars.
That is really smart,
because he
though.
knew it would sell big with the toys. so-
Yeah, I mean, and he's right. You know how many toys we bought when we were younger
yeah. George
And as adults.
and as adults.
George Lucas, he's a great producer.
But he doesn't understand human dialect. Sadly.
Whenever
everyone they have to rewrite his script every time he makes a movie.
After he writes it on the car ride to the movie.
And sometimes like they lock him in a closet whenever they make a new movie, but sometimes he breaks out and he gets to write one line that gets snuck into the movie.
It's really obvious.
Do you think his romance dialogue, like in Attack of the Clones, that's how like his actual romantic life was like? That's how he like talked to people?
I think it's how he thought
Like
his
in
romantic life would become.
Like
but
in
it just
Revenge
never
of the
worked.
Sith, how like all like how it's written pretty well for the most part, but some of the lines are just like really bad. You could tell like when he broke
when he broke out
that's
the
when he
closet.
broke out like the one, if you're not with me, then you are my enemy.
I killed them all.
Or the one that's like, only because I'm so in love with you.
Oh yeah, yeah, that one was badass.
He was writing it thinking like
He had fucking goosebumps all over his body.
He was like, God, this is gonna get them going.
Yeah, he writes like a true gamer.
He was stiff as a rock writing the line.
He wrote it like he was a fanfic.
He thought that's what people would like quote.
This is gonna get their motor running.
Yeah. I guess this is gonna be a romance. That's what we're all writing it.
He was saying that to like his driver, and his driver's like, okay.
Yeah,
He was like, Lincoln wrote Gettysburg Address on a matchbook box before the
And the driver
actual
was like,
speech.
the driver was
I might as well take.
The driver's like, you always say this.
You always say this, George. All right, we kind of deviated from the topic list there.
Yeah, what the F were we
about
talking
your
about?
first week?
Oh, my first week. It was about the usual. There was no icebreakers or anything in any of my classes.
I'd expect that from a computer programming major.
I'm not in a computer programming major, but
Computer nerds.
guys.
Do you guys even talk in your classes? Or
No, they're all
right
just
on the
like a
computer?
lecture. I just like go in like 5 minutes late. I've never been on time for a class yet this semester. And I just like sit down.
Oh, you think you're a cool guy, huh?
I miss the introduction every time, so I get in the thick of it right when I get there.
There were icebreakers. Sam just missed them.
Yeah. That's for the best.
Sam just misses them and starts writing code.
Yeah, I'm busy programming. My fun fact, I like programming, baby. I like hacking. I like crunching numbers.
The teacher called Sam out once for being able to hack, and he just couldn't hack it up.
And
He
Sam
he didn't
said,
have the
"They'll make
software."
me hack the school website."
The first slide of the teacher's presentation was icebreakers, and I like coded and hacked it, and I just switched it to lesson 1, and then I just started teaching.
Oh, you want to know something funny?
Didn't you say the school's firewall was way too weak for you to?
Oh yeah, in class.
Yeah, you're
Last
like,
semester-
I could totally hack
Last
this.
semester, me and this kid I sat next to thought we hacked the grading book, the grade book, because we were able to go into the online grading system and like change our grades.
Wait, what?
We were able to like go into the online grading system and just type in different grades for us, and like the kid, I didn't go through it because I'm like a big pussy. I didn't want to like be a liar.
Yeah.
Simon's a simp.
Yeah. So, but the guy called the teacher over. He typed in a new grade for him. Like he said he put like in hundreds in for like all his grades, and like he showed the teacher the grades that he put in, and he showed like his overall grade, which was the real grade, which he was like failing. And he said, "What's up with this? I have all these hundreds, and like my grade's bad."
How do I do it?
And like the teacher like told him to like email her, and like she'll get it fixed for him.
I doubt
no
that
way.
worked.
Yeah, I doubt it worked too.
Dude, but that guy's kind of cool. Too
Yeah.
bad you're a pussy.
Yeah.
And quoted from you.
Or
of
did you
course.
just have
I
a
wouldn't
high
just
enough
call him.
grade?
I had an A in the class. I didn't need that.
Wonder how that guy was failing his
I
gen
had an
ed
A in the
class.
class. I didn't need that.
In programming class, if you're smart enough to hack your grade, they just give you the grade you hack. That's the whole challenge of the computer science classes.
They give you
is
zeros
hacking
all
the firewall.
around. They just have you hack the
Yeah,
entire.
but this guy that like hacked the grade book, all he would ever do in class was play Cool Math for Kids. That's all he did in class. Everyone would be doing their writing workshop and stuff, and he would just be playing Cool Math.
Sounds like a guy I'd get along with.
Is he like wearing a hoodie and playing on his laptop?
Yeah, and for his final portfolio grade, like he just copy and pasted like his like pre-semester writing thing for the class.
Dude, I don't even want to talk about final portfolios with art school. You had to just get all your artworks and like make them into like insane books and stuff for your portfolio, which would take like a week long to create. And I would always do them like the night before. Mine became terrible, and we had to like present them in front of the class. And I would just be so embarrassed.
You have to present things in front of the class.
Dude, yeah.
I haven't done a presentation in like 3 years.
Dude, I'm in art school, man. They do things off the books.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god. I feel like I've done nothing but presentations in front of the class this semester because
That's because you're in all gen eds. That's why you have such good grades.
I'm actually in public speaking right now, and I made the mistake of not taking it in high school. So, like in high school, you could just like do your public speech like at lunch or something.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Friends.
Yeah, that is really easy.
But like now, I have to like speak in front of like 30 other kids, and like college kids are mean.
I don't think so. I think college people are all around.
I feel like
I know, but
nicer.
sometimes it's just intimidating.
my college,
Well, it's not the kids that are intimidating; it's the professor that's intimidating.
Yeah, I took communications for my public speaking gen ed, and it was really easy. Like I had like 10 people in the class, and they were all really cool. Like, but a lot of them were like teacher majors, like education majors, so they were really good at public speaking.
Wait, so am I. I'm not good.
Yeah, but I mean,
what went wrong there?
Yeah, I'm really
Actually-
good at public speaking because I'm pretty confident, so it wasn't bad for me, and I said a lot of jokes. But
Actually, I am good. I didn't want to lie, but
for someone who's like antisocial, I feel like the class that I was in would have been really hard. But I lucked out and got a bunch of normies in my class.
yeah, but I just felt really self-conscious before I went, or it was really getting in my head before I went. Like 2 days ago for my icebreaker presentation, it had to be like 5 minutes long, just talking about.
That's
yourself.
actually a really long time.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, 5
Public
minutes for an
speaking time.
icebreaker.
Yeah, everyone says how hard this teacher is, but he's mean too. The kid that went right before me, he was real quiet, and like after his speech, the teacher said, "I have hearing aids. I couldn't even hear you," and like right to the kid's face in front of everybody, and he said it in a real mean, like demeaning way.
And then the kid started screaming. He was like, "Loud enough for you?"
And I kid you not, he said like, if you want to pass this class, you have to learn how to talk first.
Oh, wow.
And
Your
like,
teacher sounds like
I would
a real
have
dick.
pissed.
he is. I went. He said I did real good, and I forgot half my speech.
She sounds like a real dick for a gen ed major. Or for a gen ed course.
Like the speech had to be like off the books. You couldn't have no cards or anything. You had to just write like a topic list like a podcast and just like talk about each topic. You have the list.
Well, it's a good thing you're used to talking for an hour.
Yeah.
With just
This
a
is
couple
probably
topics.
good preparation.
Yeah, but I was dumb and didn't even think to look at my topic list while I was talking, so I forgot everything I was supposed to talk
Yeah,
about.
didn't you only say like 3 things and it was only like a minute and 30 seconds
Yeah.
and he complimented
And then
you a
I was
bunch?
like, at the end, I was like, and
Yeah,
thank
that's
you.
it.
I said, and that's it. Thank you.
In the
And-
middle, did you thank Audible for sponsoring it?
Yeah, and the teacher, he said that I had really good projection. I did really good making eye contact with everybody.
And then you stared him in the eyes and said, "Thank you."
Yeah, I just felt bad for the 15-year-old girl that was doing it as her CCP because, like,
Oh,
wow, really?
yeah, because I guess some high schools don't have like the college credit classes at their school, so I actually have to go onto campus, which is probably like the most intimidating thing ever.
Yeah, there was a couple seniors that did that at the school we went to.
But this girl was 15, and like
That is really young.
She went and she was like so afraid she couldn't even talk.
Aw.
And everyone was just like staring at her really hard.
You got to feel bad for those poor kids.
No one even clapped for her at the end.
Oh, really?
That's sad.
That's awful.
I told you kids are mean.
Did the professor say anything mean to her?
No, he didn't. He wasn't mean to her. I think he understood.
He didn't understand for the other poor
No,
guy.
the other kid
though.
was a sophomore. He was like,
Oh, yeah. Fuck that guy.
yeah, he was like whispering the whole time, and like I couldn't hear him. I sit like in the middle of class, where I try to stay. Try to lay low there.
Yeah, I was trying to go to I feel like the back is too obviously like you're trying to hide. So I was like trying to go in the middle or like close enough to the back to where it's not obvious.
But it was like an icebreaker. So people were saying like really weird things. People were like telling stories and stuff, and like the teacher kept getting mad at them.
Story's probably good for like a time filler though.
Yeah.
Time filler.
Like
if you have to talk for
one
5
girl was
fucking
talking about
minutes.
how she went to the beach. That's all her speech was, just her going to the beach.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I mean,
Said,
people
we went
like
to the
the
beach.
beach.
Me and my friends did this. Me and my friends got some ice cream. Then we did this.
What's wrong with
Yeah,
a
she's
good
That is
Thank you.
kind of lame though, because it doesn't really like say anything about your.
what's wrong with
character.
a good beach arc or a beach filler?
a beach filler episode?
Yeah, in the anime.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
you can't pass that off as a lore episode though.
I can't really say anything though. But I think mine turned out so well because I made a few self jokes. Like I made fun of myself a few times.
a lot of my friends think I'm cringy.
No, like I said, this joke, I said, like, since I'm an education major, you guys probably think I'm the best speechman here, or spokesperson here.
We can tell you aren't.
I said, but the truth
the
is,
best speecher.
I said, like, but the truth is, I only said like 5 words last semester, and everyone laughed.
And they're like, "Yeah, bro, we could tell."
Yeah, whatever. What's the next topic?
They're like,
What
"Yeah,
do you
bro."
like to know?
we were spending too much time on icebreakers.
Yeah, Jesus.
Last night I went out and there was a really weird encounter that happened.
Oh, with the pretty girl?
Oh, tell us about it.
Oh, that didn't happen. It wasn't a pretty girl. It was something else. So we were at the local pub, bar,
Of
club,
course.
whatever you like to call it.
I would go with pub.
And me and my buddy were taking a little break and we were in the bathroom. And my buddy goes and walks off somewhere and then he comes back to me and he says, "Come check this guy out. He's a baby daddy." And we were like, I was like, okay. And then he brings me over to this guy. He's like around my age and he looks like a total crackhead.
Who's carrying a baby?
Like, you know, the Doomer memes with the
Yeah.
guy
Yeah.
with the beard and beanie? He looked like one of those guys.
Like,
And my friend introduced me to him. He was like, "Here's the baby daddy." And the guy was like, "Yeah, I have 3 kids." And we were like, cool. And then he
he
started
had a
like,
cigarette in his mouth and a beanie on.
And he just walked away.
and then like he started freaking out for some reason. I don't even know why.
Like mad?
Yeah, he got mad. Like I think he
He's like,
thought
"Quit
we were
calling
like,
me baby daddy."
I think he thought we were like making fun of him or something. And then he like slammed the door to the bathroom. Like it's a public place, so the door's like pried open at a club. You know how it is.
Yeah.
And he slammed the door, and then he like grabbed the door stopper and he threw it on the ground. It was like a big metal door stopper,
He got that
Jeez.
pissed
and
for you guys
it
making fun of his
smashed.
kids.
And then security like barged into the bathroom stall. Then he just like acted like nothing happened, and then we just kind of walked out.
What the hell?
What was he like, man, this door stopper's
Yeah,
crazy.
I've no idea what he was like mad about. It was such a surreal encounter. But yeah,
People always want to make fun of the baby daddy.
I didn't even know what was non-baby really.
Yeah,
I was
I
just
got 3
confused by
kids,
the whole
so what?
situation. I thought he was like trying to flex or something to be funny, but maybe
You non-baby daddies can't do this.
yeah. And he kept calling himself the baby daddy.
He made
was
you guys
really
call him
proud of
baby
it.
daddy.
Yeah.
He made you guys call him baby daddy. Call me baby daddy.
Yeah, but it was scary when like security came in.
And then
That's
you're
when
like,
you guys decided
then you're like,
to
so
leave.
you're a baby and we're daddy.
Yeah.
Call me baby daddy.
So one thing I wanted to talk about in this podcast is sports clips.
What?
Sports clips.
Oh, sports clips, the haircut place?
Yeah. For those of you who don't know what sports clips is, Simon, could you describe sports clips?
Heaven on earth.
It's basically heaven on earth. That's where all boys should get their hair cut.
Yeah, it's like a sports themed haircutting place.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a branch of Great Clips or something.
Yeah,
All
all the hair cutters are all women, and they all dress as referees.
Yeah, they're forced to dress as referees.
Every prepubescent boy should get their haircut as sports
Yeah.
clips and get the MVP treatment.
Yeah, when I was a kid, my dad got me something called the MVP treatment there.
Oh my god.
It's when the ladies take you to the back, they massage your head while but first they put like a hot towel on your face, they massage your head and like wash your hair, and it's like the best thing ever.
I remember
then
when I
they
was
cut
like,
your hair.
yeah, I was like 10 or 12 or something, and I think that was my first boner.
Yeah, and they do that, and then afterwards they cut your hair while you pretend to watch the sports that are on the TV.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. When you get your haircut, instead of having like something normal like a mirror in front of you, they have a whole TV with the big game on.
And you just pretend to watch it because you're a kid, you don't care.
Yeah, there's nothing you care about.
Yeah, I
You
think
just care about the girls with big boobs cutting your hair.
It's like a baseball game or like Sports Center. You're like,
You're like,
And,
when,
like,
when is my MVP
I would try
treatment?
so hard to like pretend I care. And, like I would like stare at the screen so intensely.
you would like, you know, the little ticker that goes on the bottom of the screen of ESPN? Like it has facts, like scores and
yeah.
stuff. Would you just like read them off to the girl?
And that'd
She'd be like,
I'd say,
you know, and then you'd read a fact.
Yeah, honestly, I hate to admit it. I don't remember anything about the haircut except for getting the MVP treatment with the massage and the hot towel. Like I vividly remember
MVP treatment.
I vividly remember getting the massage and my temple rub and stuff during the treatment from the hot girl.
Yeah, whenever my mom took me to get my haircut, she would take me to this crappy place called Alamo Cuts. And they would just give me some lame haircut, but Sports Clips, that's where my dad would take me.
Sports Clips, just like, I think the concept's just like really weird and like surreal.
Our mom would drop me
it's
and
such a
Simon
dude
off.
place.
Yeah, like why does a haircutting place need to be like sports themed?
Like a sports bar.
Like why aren't more like normal places sports themed for guys?
I bet nowadays they like give you chicken wings or something.
Yeah, like I wish the DMV was like sports themed.
Yeah, I wish they just made everything sports themed for guys. Like a version of everything that has like a sports thing.
The Alamo Cuts that our mom used to take us to, she used to get all through my brothers, me and Simon and our other brother. And she used to just drop us off there, and then she would grocery shop because it was connected to the grocery store.
To the grocery store. She would go grocery shopping.
Yeah, she would go grocery shopping, and then we would just, after our haircut, we'd have to sit and wait until she got back.
No, I would always go out. We would always go out and find her, I'm pretty sure.
We had to pay for our haircuts.
Oh, yeah, after we... No, pretty sure mom gave us money.
Oh, yeah, she would give us some money or something, and then we would have to pay for our haircuts and our tips. I remember it was a big deal. She would give us money for the tips, and we'd walk it over to the lady, like... little simps, and we would like hand her the money.
And then our mom would make us personally go up to the lady that cut our hair and give her the tip.
Yeah.
And throw her a football.
Yeah, after our terrible little kid haircut that she would give us. Nothing like the amazing sports clips
one
haircut.
time one of the ladies from Alamo Clips gave me a haircut so bad. I was so embarrassed. It was like my first year of high school. It was like the first week of high school. I went to school and like people made fun of how bad my haircut was. I had to say like, oh, I cut it myself.
I didn't go to Sports Clips this time. You have to give me a break.
Yeah, I had to say I cut it myself, and everyone thought that was kind of cool.
Yeah, I'm glad I picked up on like the popular barber for like all the high school kids early on.
I never went
because I always got like fades and stuff back in the day.
Whoa, wow, that's badass.
Oh yeah,
Can you tell us more about the fades that you got?
I used to be a real bruh, so I would always go to this guy's house that all the high schoolers went to.
Oh, it was just a guy's house.
Yeah, it was just like it was his mom's house, and we would always everybody like in the entire city would go to him. And I don't know, I just really got lucky with him because he did high haircuts really good. I never had to go to like Alamo Cuts or anything anymore.
Alamo Cuts.
Yeah, but
is that just like a Texas thing? I don't know what Alamo Cuts is.
It was a Texas thing.
Yeah, it's the basement now.
If you know what Alamo Cuts is, if you know what HEB is, you know what Alamo Cuts is.
But now I get $26 haircuts.
Do you really?
For free?
I don't.
Yeah, my girlfriend's sister does them.
Didn't you say you went to Great Clips last time?
No, where did I go last time?
Or was that like
it was the
joke?
barbershop?
Oh, I went to Perry Barbershop. It's called Barbershop, but it's ran by all ladies.
They usually give
It's
really
more
good
like
haircuts.
a salon.
They give like pretty good haircuts, but they give like adult haircuts.
Yeah, they gave me like a haircut that's like a 40-year-old man trying to be cool.
Yeah,
again.
so when Simon showed him a pretty modern haircut, they just didn't understand.
Yeah, the lady made me feel like a weirdo for asking for this haircut. I asked for the haircut that I always get, and she said, "You really want that haircut?" And she said, "It's not even connected." And I said,
"Wait, what's not even connected?"
Like the top of my hair.
The haircut he showed it. It was kind of like a, I don't know. It was just like a comb over kind of.
Was
cut,
it like an undercut where you can like see? Yeah, I always try to get that too, and it never works out.
You should go to my girlfriend's sister, Samantha.
Yeah, that's why I'm really glad I got a buzz cut because I could just tell him 0 on the sides and a 2 on top. Yeah, so it was really easy. Yeah. It was like almost no talking. I was just like 0 on the sides, 2 on the top.
Yeah,
please.
the lady like made me feel like weird. She said,
seconds.
"You really want that haircut? Like it's not even connected." And then I had to say, I was like so thrown off by this, and I was like, "Just do what you want." And she said, "You want to do this and this?" I was like, "Sure." And she gave me like the worst haircut.
That's so
ever.
messed up. Like, why can't she just do it?
I think it's because she didn't know how to do it. Because it was like an older lady. I doubt it's like more of like a more trendier haircut, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of the international students have that haircut.
Yeah, like she probably just didn't understand how to
the international.
No, yeah, I'm serious. Like that's a really popular haircut with them. Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
and like all the K-pop boys have that haircut.
Yeah, were you trying to be
Jimin or Jungkook?
Jungkook.
Yeah.
Imagine Jungkook.
Now I gotta wait for my freaking hair to grow. I gotta wait like 3 months for my hair to grow back out so I get another haircut.
Simon looks crazy right now. He looks like a little kid with like
she gave me like a little kid's haircut. Like everyone at all the old ladies at my work were making fun of me. They said you look like my little boy.
When it's styled, it looks like a grown man's haircut, but Simon doesn't style his hair, so it just like
I
is
feel
all
like when it's
down.
styled, it doesn't look like it looks like a little haircut. It's just like spiked up front.
Do you
Yeah.
ever use product like that?
No, we don't even have product.
Oh,
like
I've been
that.
using product every day. I don't have it in now.
No, we just wake up and go to class.
I've been thinking since I got to start working at a school. I've been thinking about like doing something with my hair.
Yeah,
Just
you
look-
kind of have to.
Yeah, just
like,
for a more
Yeah, with a
professional
haircut
look.
like that, you kind of have to.
Because I got to assert my dominance over the middle schoolers.
yeah, that's probably going to be a very hard thing for you to do.
Especially when they ask you for a gram.
But if I put my hair up, they're gonna make fun of my hairline for being so far back.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
white boy, why your hair so far back?
Yeah, why your hairline all crooked? I'm gonna be like, I don't know.
What do you mean?
I don't know. It just grows that way. Man, those kids are gonna tear me apart.
Yeah, I'm fearful for you.
What's the next topic? I'm done.
All right,
talking
yeah,
about
we're
my
like we're
haircut.
halfway through this podcast and we haven't really even gotten started on the topics besides sports clips.
Yeah.
That's the best topic. Though.
I had a little subcategory for sports clips too.
Fuck this. Fuck this up.
Like, say you were a dad and you like had a gamer kid or a kid who's like really into anime or something. You brought him the sports clips. Like, how do you think they'd treat the kid?
He shows him a picture of like Kirito.
Like, do you think they still do like the sports bit with them, knowing that he won't get
Do
it?
you, think,
Oh,
do you
yeah.
think they turn off the TV?
For his own well-being?
Yeah.
And they turn on some like One Piece or something.
What if they just straight up refused the kid? Well, they're like, sorry, he's not sporty enough.
Yeah, like I'd just be confused because it'd be awkward if they kept like trying to do the whole sports thing with him.
You
he
have
just
to write.
wasn't getting it.
You have to do like a little signing thing, and it has to say that you're in a sport.
You ever
Yeah.
wonder, like,
You're a kid in a
what
sport.
goes through like a hair person's head? Like, if that someone that comes to
A
the
hairdresser.
yeah, a hairdresser, I guess.
Or barber.
Yeah, it goes something like they have like disgusting hair. Like,
Oh,
it's
wow.
nasty.
I have thought
Like-
about that because we have a cousin, unnamed cousin, that has disgusting hair, and he gets his hair cut about twice a year. And I do worry. Like, what do hairdressers think about that?
Yeah, like,
Sometimes, like, if I don't shower or something and then I get my hair cut, I'm a little, like, self-conscious about that.
no,
If it's a little
man, you
greasier.
never do that. I shower like I do like the best shower of my life before I get.
Yeah,
my
I
haircut.
always have to do like a crazy good
Well,
shower
but then you
before a
have to
haircut.
take another shower when you
That's
have that hair
that's
all
just a
over
rinse
you.
off though.
Yeah, I'll always do a second shower in the day if I get a haircut, but like I just feel like I have to shower. But I mean, I literally got my first haircut in the past like 3 years
'Cause
because of my
Oh,
buzz.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you have no idea how hard I clean behind my ears the day before a haircut.
Oh yeah.
I show up with, like, cowlicks and stuff, and then they, like, don't shave around the cowlicks.
And like, what if your hair is like all knotty and stuff? Mine usually is though because my hair just naturally knots or something. So
That
like,
is
the
one
lady-
problem.
The lady has to like go through real hard with a comb.
I hate having the buzz cut because I don't have like a really straight hairline because I have a lot of cowlicks. Like I have this cowlick on the side of my head.
oh, yeah.
So it like goes to the side, even though I have a buzz and it's like really short. So it looks kind of funky. It looks like I have a really crooked hairline, even though I don't. I actually have a really good hairline. But I mean, some things we have to live with.
All right, we should probably move on.
Yeah, fuck sports clips. Actually, I love sports clips, but fuck haircuts.
Yeah, I wish they had
You
one
like
by my
sports
house.
clips?
Yeah, of course.
That's
I wish I
weird.
could get an MVP treatment again.
I'm kind of, like, intimidated by the whole thing. I don't think I'd ever go
I
there.
used to be when I was a kid. I would probably still be. I used to be really nervous the whole time getting my haircut, but I am always nervous getting a haircut.
I don't know. I feel like
Yeah, when you're getting your haircut, do you ever think, like, oh, I probably shouldn't move my head and, like, keep thinking it,
Yeah.
and then you start, like, fucking shaking in
I
the
don't know.
seat?
I always go to like barbers that like do fades and stuff, and like they're really good at like barber talk and stuff. And
Damn.
so like I don't know. I really like getting my haircuts.
I don't know.
And they're really soothing to me with like the razors and like all the short haircut stuff. So it's like right against my skin. I don't know. I really like getting haircuts. It's really cool.
I like the lady that usually does my hair.
because it's Samantha's sister.
Yeah, and I actually know her, so I could talk to her. But
Well, that's different. It's not like in the environment of a barber shop that changes the whole
it's
mood.
It's at Jillian's Beauty Boutique.
Do you ever just say something really weird at the beginning of a haircut so they don't try to talk to you anymore?
Wait, is that a sponsorship? Jillian's Beauty Boutique, please.
Yes, no, but it's like the most awkward thing ever because I don't want to talk to the person. So like I never say anything until like they give me the mirror and like they show me the haircut that I hate really bad. And I just say, man, it looks really good.
I remember, oh my God, hearing Simon like last weekend, whenever he said, oh yeah, it looks really good, I could tell so much pain was in his voice.
Yeah, I was trying to hide it.
You always have to like compliment it after a haircut.
I was trying to hide it so bad, but I feel like I couldn't. I feel like the pain was in my voice.
And it's not like they went like decently long enough so you could grow back easily. They went really short. So it's gonna be a couple months.
The lady said if I wanted it above my eyebrows, I said, yeah, I want a little above my eyebrows. And she like cut it like to the very top of my forehead.
It's like an inch and a half above his eyebrows now instead of like the couple millimeters above his eyebrows that he wanted.
Yeah, I was like, I was about to leave a bad Yelp review, but I forgot. So
instead of telling them to their face, just leaving a bad Yelp review.
Yeah.
I remember one time I got done getting a haircut and I was kind of iffy about it, and I think the guy could tell. So he brought out a camera and he took a picture of my haircut and said, "This is going on my Instagram. This turned out awesome."
Were you like a little kid?
No, this was like 2 years ago. And I was like, okay.
You're like, I guess it is.
They said this is going in the haircut book.
And like he took the picture at a really weird angle, like
this is
really
going in my
like
portfolio.
Like 6 inches from my face, and like
you could tell it was rushed. Like he was just trying to make
like a foot above me, so I was like looking up. And the picture turned out so weird and awful.
You like could tell it wasn't going on
like
Instagram.
You were his sex slave.
Yeah, like
Jesus. Sex slave for a haircut?
Like I was just sadly looking up. And
you were waiting for a treat. He's gonna put that in his personal collection.
He said, "This is going on Instagram," and he took the picture and he was like, "Wait, never mind."
He put it in the fake calculator app vault. Photo vault.
Snapchat for you pictures.
He put it on his Finsta.
He's like, look at this fucking nerd.
He made a caption like, oh, he's begging for a haircut. He said he loves his new haircut.
Fuck, why are we still talking about haircuts?
Okay, God, yeah, can we please get into the topics?
Jesus.
Okay,
haircuts are just awesome.
God, the next topic's kind of stupid too.
Do we even have anything to talk about other than haircuts?
No, we have a ton of things to talk about.
Any educational things to talk about?
Yeah, Lucas got his new J's and he been acting different.
Oh wow, Lou's got a pair of Jordans.
Yeah. This is my first pair of Jordans ever since I was in like 4th grade.
Yeah,
like the refund check came in, so you bought some new shoes.
Yeah, the refund checks came in, so I got some new Jordans that were on sale.
Yeah, but here's the best part: he got the colors of his high school.
I didn't
for high school.
Okay, I would never buy Jordans unironically full price. Because I think Jordans are ugly, but I think the ones are okay looking because they're like
the classic ones.
Yeah, they're classic.
They're not like simple little kid Jordans.
Ones. Yeah, they're ones and they're like really simple and classic. So I thought they were okay, and they were on sale for a really good deal, so I got them. And I thought they were a pretty cool color. And then I got home and everyone told me that they were the color of my high school, so I got kind of sad.
I heard you wanted it to be the color of your high school so you could wear your high school football jersey with them.
Yeah,
I actually
Letterman. I went your Letterman jacket.
It matches my Letterman perfect.
I went to Lids where they do the engravers, and I asked for my football number and my mascot on it, and they refused to do it, so I got really mad.
Lettermans are like the biggest ripoff of all time.
Yeah, my Letterman costs like $300, $400, and I've only worn it 6 times.
Yeah,
when it was cold during senior year.
I guess it's cool to like have around as like a memento.
Yeah,
of high school years.
I never got a Letterman. I never wanted one.
Yeah, and that's smart. Like I literally took like my entire Christmas one year was just my Letterman because of how expensive it was, and I've worn it I wore it a couple times senior year because it was cool to wear senior year.
Yeah, that's about it. I was too embarrassed to get one because mine would have to say bowling on it.
I didn't want one just because I knew I would never wear it ever. And I'd be too afraid to wear it to school because our school's real big on football.
Yeah, like only the football players would wear it. And then there would be like kids that would wear it that didn't even have a letter.
Like for band.
Oh, band people. Band people would always wear their Letterman.
Yeah, they would always wear the Letterman and they didn't have a letter or they had like the academic letter. And I don't want to sound like a real jock, but it was like kind of weird to see band kids without like a athletic Letterman with just like an academic or a Letterman without like a letter on it.
The one group at our high school that had more pride than the football team was the band team.
The band team.
Yeah, I call it a
The team.
I would call it a team. Those kids.
Band was weird. Like they were their own thing. Like they were kind of like a cult.
Yeah.
They were like
and they only played like the same 3 songs ever.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie. They would come out as early as the football team, and they would like finish after us. Like they were insane.
Yeah. After the end of every football game, they would stay back for like 30 minutes and do their whole set again for nobody.
Yeah, even during their practice, like we would practice at like 6 in the morning and we'd have 2-a-days, so we wouldn't get done until like 4 because of all the stuff we were doing, and they'd still be there the entire time, just like on the asphalt. Just
really, they deserve that letter.
Yeah, they deserved an actual letter. I don't know why they didn't get one.
I thought I didn't deserve one because I played tennis and all I had to do was show up.
And you also did cross country.
Yeah, even I played tennis for a year. That was awesome. That's when I started being cool.
Did you play tennis for the whole year?
No, I quit.
Halfway through.
I quit halfway through the season because I never went to any matches or anything. I remember middle school, I was actually decent at tennis, so I went to a couple matches, and me and my friend just fucked around and hit the tennis balls really far from matches and stuff.
Yeah.
And everyone thought we'd go to matches, and then they would have 3 balls they would give us, and my friend would be like, "This ball's flat," and he would hit it super far. And everyone thought everyone was like, "What the fuck? Why did he just do that? We're not gonna have enough balls to turn in now." And they would freak out, and we thought it was so funny when they were freaking out.
Our team, we had a very competitive team because a lot of people did tennis. So I was on JV.
Yeah,
It wasn't because I lacked skill or anything.
I was on varsity.
It's just a very competitive team.
Simon was on varsity because he was actually decent at tennis for a while.
Yeah.
I was on JV with Sam, but I was really bad at JV. I was just played with the freshmen, messed around on practice and played with the grass.
Yeah, but because our team was so competitive, our JV was very good in comparison to other schools. So every match I played, it'd be against people who just picked up the racket last week.
Yeah.
And my strategy, if you're a new tennis player, you have no idea how to react to this. If you just hit a ball really fast at the person, they don't know how to react to it.
And they'll automatically hit it instead of
yeah, they'll try to shield themselves, or they'll just let it hit them. So it'll be your point no matter what. And there's just nothing they can do about it. So that would be my strategy every match.
I never knew how bad kids in Ohio were at playing tennis until I moved here.
Yeah, I remember Texas.
Texas is real competitive.
Texas middle school, I was pretty good, and then I just stopped playing it because I was focusing on football. But Simon ended up playing a lot and played varsity for our tennis high school, and he was pretty good. And it was just a completely different.
Let's just say I was on varsity freshman year at a school that played tennis,
and everyone hated him for it. No, I'm just kidding.
No, the whole team did hate me. All the older kids, but all the older girls loved me for it. Let's get to the next topic.
Yeah, we're moving very slowly through these.
We're more quality over quantity, I guess, today.
All right. Should we?
Let's do a real academic one.
I see my name.
So Ninja has a new Fortnite skin out. Okay. Maybe not that one.
Let's skip over that one.
So what future technologies are you guys looking forward to?
The Xbox 360, the ball.
The 720, you mean?
Or the 720, the
floating
Why did I say
sphere.
360? That's out.
Yeah. I wonder what Simon's Googling right now.
Simon's looking up the PS5.
Future inventions. Yeah, dude, that's sweet.
Yeah, Simon, I'm sure you're going to get some really good ones.
Oh, a smart jacket with a built-in heater.
That reminds me of those jackets. You remember those jackets that you'd plug your phone in the...
Oh, and they start having speakers.
The cords had headphones in it.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Dude, those are at Route 21, and I always wanted one so bad, but they were $30. So my mom was like, "I refuse to buy something that's
not that bad.
Yeah,
that is cool.
Wait, what's it called? I always saw on the TV. I never knew if these were real, but jackets with actual speakers set up through them,
in the hood.
Yeah,
like at Walmart, how they have the shoes.
No,
with the speakers connected
the speakers are down the body.
They're on your tits. There's two big speakers.
So
on
let's say
tits.
you have an overcoat over it. You just whip open your overcoat and you have a speaker and you start the party.
And Party Rock Anthem starts playing.
Everyone thinks you're a pervert about to open up your trench coat, but you actually have speakers. Instead of revealing your cock, you reveal speakers.
And then Party Rock is in the house tonight. Plays.
You mean Party Rockers in the house tonight?
No, it's Party Cockers.
No, actually, it's Party Rock is in the house tonight.
Really? Really?
Yeah.
Are you fucking with me?
No.
I think
Are you busting my balls?
It's the Mandela effect.
The Mandela effect.
Party rockers in that, or party rock in the house tonight.
The Mandela effect. Have you guys had any Mandela effect experiences?
Other than like the normal ones, like the Berenstein Bears and like the Monopoly one and shit like that. But those are all just generic. Everyone already knows about those.
What was the Monopoly one? Like, he was wearing a monocle, but apparently he never wore one.
Yeah, that's actually kind of weird.
I feel like you just like associate like that caricature of like a businessman, and you assume that he would have a monocle.
Yeah, the classy sir.
Yeah, it says in like in a lot of pop culture things, he is wearing a monocle. Like Ace Ventura, he pretends he's the Monopoly man because the monocle.
Yeah.
And that's the most popular movie ever created.
Ace Ventura.
Yeah, Pet Detective.
Pet Detective.
I'm more of a fan of the second one where he saves the white bat, though.
Oh, really? Not where he saves the dolphin from the shark?
All right.
The lace is out, Dan.
Enough
of Ace Ventura.
Yeah. Okay, back to future technologies. I think, would you guys like be into like really immersive VR or anything like that?
I mean, I was thinking about it, and
I don't like standing up while you're playing video games.
A lot of gamers, I feel like the moment you take away sitting down while playing VR or sitting down while playing video games, it's going to take away a lot of the appeal from a lot of
for me,
gamers.
Sitting down is half the appeal of playing video games.
Yeah, just like chilling.
Yeah, because I played like the newest Oculus kind of game at my friend's house, and it was like a whole Star Wars game with a lot of lore. It was actually really cool. But standing up the entire time, I just didn't feel like a gamer. I felt like I was actually in the world.
Yeah, you felt like an athlete.
Yeah, I almost want to feel more like a gamer instead of actually feel like I'm being in the world.
Yeah.
Playing video games is a real like relaxing experience for me. That's something I do to just wind down.
I don't want to get exercise for playing video games.
I don't want my video games to be like a whole thing, like a whole big thing. I just want to
like you don't want to make a big deal out of it. It's just gaming.
I don't want to stand up and start walking around my house.
I want to turn on the console and just relax. I don't want to put on the headset and have what are the things called?
Panic attack?
No, the treadmill. Why can I not think of what a treadmill is?
Like next thing you know,
360 treadmill just running around like I'm actually in the game.
Next thing you know, I step on my cat's tail. Yeah, and like I kick over water, cups of water, and it's just a big mess.
You put your foot in a bowl of oatmeal that you left on the ground.
And it's just a big mess.
Yeah, like I hate to admit it, I don't think it's going to kick off as much as people think it's going to kick off.
No, it doesn't have much like practical appeal. It's like all like novelty.
Yeah, like a lot of like companies think it's going to have a lot of support from gamers, but gamers don't.
It's a
really
fun thing to watch
support
on YouTube, but
and movies.
And it's a good thing. It's cool to like experience it. Like, hey, VR, baby.
Yeah,
but it's not something I think everyone's going to buy. It's not like a home console.
Like, think of the movie Ready Player One. The movie Ready Player One is a cool movie, but
I hate that movie.
Imagine actually living like that and playing a game, playing all your games like how Ready Player One plays your games.
Yeah,
that'd be awful.
That would be a pain.
Like, you have to, like, immerse and, like, actually live that in the life like that.
Is Ready Player Online? You mean, like, Sword Art Online?
Yeah, like, sort of. Even
like
that's a shitty
isekai,
example.
Like, all video games, you have to be transported into the world.
And then, like, even, like, if a lot of gamers don't accept it, a lot of freaks in the world will just, like, start living that life.
I think that'd be cool. I know they have,
cool
like,
until people started, like, to not eat and stuff because they're just living in the life. Like, living in the game.
Well, they can eat in the game.
They can eat in the game. That's weird to think about. All right.
Yeah.
But what about for like medical use or something like immersive VR, like for people with like PTSD?
Don't they already
throw them in Call of Duty
like
or something?
Monkey Ball and stuff.
They throw them in Call of Duty.
Like before they send people to the war, they have like Call of Duty.
They send veterans to the war of Call of Duty and stuff, and they just start freaking out.
There's nothing like the simulations.
No, but like for desensitization and stuff like that. For
I feel like just a lot of companies think it'll blow up, but I don't think it's going to get it much further than what it is.
Yeah, I think for an entertainment thing, it's just always going to be just kind of like a novelty, but I could see it being cool for like medical fields, like maybe for like...
It's all gimmick unless there's like a practical use to it.
Yeah, a lot of jobs could use virtual reality for like training, like flight simulators exist.
Yeah, and like cops and stuff. There's a lot of things that have a lot of practical use, but normal gaming doesn't have much practical use for VR.
No, not at all. And plus there's like a very high like entry fee with the amount of money you have to put into it.
And like everyone likes like the complex aspect of gaming, like combinations and like certain buttons you have to hit. And
like,
the input in VR is terrible.
You pay
that all goes out the window.
for like a machine
where you get to immerse yourself
with
in
a lot of input lag, and you only play like 3 times a year.
Yeah, you get to immerse yourself in a movie, and that's about it.
Yeah, it feels like you're really there, but you're not even there.
Yeah.
Just take off the VR thing. Just live your life.
Live a normal life, you fucking dweeb.
Just look at the TV and grab the controller.
Yeah, that's
and
VR.
live a real life.
Yeah, just live some reality.
Yeah.
Playing real video games really is closer to reality than virtual reality because you're actually looking at it.
You're looking at a real life thing. You're not looking at zeros and ones. All right. Any other future technologies, or should we move on?
Yeah, let's move on. I don't think there's much more future technologies.
Wait, what about how much further can some technology go?
I feel like
how much more powerful can they make like an iPhone?
Like, do you think
a new iPhone or a console?
Like,
what are we talking about
both,
here?
like anything really. Like consoles, how much better can they make a video game console?
Those can still be getting. They still have room for improvement.
Yeah, I feel like consoles have a little bit of room for improvement, but I feel like phones and like iPhones and everything have a lot of room for improvement. Like the whole.
I don't really think so.
Yeah, I don't really think phones. How much more powerful can a phone get?
I don't think
because I feel like the past 6 years of phones have all been the same, just like with a little bit of
let Lucas speak.
I don't think they need. I don't think they need improvement, but like there's all that like mind stuff and all that like that they're working on, like sewing like your phone into your head or like, you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, but like so like you like it's almost like a Bluetooth in your mind, so you're just like
people aren't going to be
I don't think people are going to be invested into that unless like way further down the line somehow it picks up. I don't think that this generation will be invested into that though,
because really like every new phone's basically like the same version of the older one.
Yeah.
But like they make the older version worse with updates.
Like what 10 years ago the iPhone 4 came out or something.
Yeah,
was that 10 years ago?
I feel like it was around 10 years ago.
Yeah, it was a long time ago. And I mean, it hasn't improved much other than like
the camera quality's gotten better, of course, but
that's mostly what you're paying for when you buy an iPhone is the camera quality.
Yeah, nowadays that's mainly what you're paying for is the camera quality. That's why I bought my new phone.
Like I don't play video games on my phone or anything, so processing speeds don't really impact me much.
Yeah, it's literally my phone is just for calling, texting, and social media. Yeah. That's all my phone is for.
Yeah, really, I could have just kept my old phone, but the camera wasn't good on it, so I got a new phone.
Yeah, you need a good camera to take pictures of your Gundams.
Yeah, really.
That's about it.
Really, technically, I guess I did.
Yeah.
And like computers, I guess computers, but how much better can a computer get?
Well, there's no like limit to how good a computer can get, so it's going to keep increasing, obviously.
Yeah, it's going to keep increasing, and that's where like you get into like all the VR stuff and like all the simulations and everything. I mean,
and for like new consoles, basically the things are improving are like just graphics and storage space.
Yeah, there's not much improvement. I don't think there's going to be much improvement for our generation too, but later on, I don't know, maybe they'll come out with some crazy stuff that I don't think we're going to be too into, but maybe our kids are.
Yeah, our kids. Like for consoles, like a lot of things, like you might need other things to even really get the full use of a new console. Like getting like the new, like a PlayStation 4, you won't have any use unless you have like a 4K TV.
Yeah.
Like what's the point of making that? And because like not everyone has 4K TV except for like me.
It's becoming pretty common.
Except for me.
It is commonplace to have
4K TVs are only like a couple $100 nowadays.
I guess like most new TVs now are 4K.
Yeah, so that's kind of becoming the norm. So I can understand why that's important for a new console generation.
I feel like it's all just caught up to itself, and like this is kind of like a stalemate with itself. There's not really much they can improve on except for like storage space and like graphics and things like that.
After 4K and like 60 FPS becomes commonplace, like what more do you really need?
How much better can picture get in video games? Like I feel like it's already at like the best it could be.
Yeah, at this point it's just different games.
Yeah, because like there's like games now where they're like photorealistic. I don't see how much better anything can get.
Well, if you look at like CGI in movies and stuff, that's how good like graphics could get. Games aren't really anywhere near that yet.
But can a video game do that?
Yeah, would that really convert how like a consumer would want for video games, would somebody really want the video game to look like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, other than cutscenes and stuff, like, would it end up really looking like that? Like,
Yeah.
do you think it would really look that realistic? Like,
Can you really make
gameplay?
video game graphics that good?
Yeah, I mean,
Probably, yeah. I mean,
I guess that's really all the future holds then.
That's all the future holds. Better video game graphics.
Better video game graphics. I mean, what else?
yeah,
is
why
there?
do we keep relating all these future technologies back to video games?
Because that's what we play.
We're just gamers.
Is there anything non-gaming related that we can think of that would be like practical for everyday life?
I mean, the only thing it wouldn't be technology related, but I guess like music. But that's the only other thing I could think of. Like
Music?
Yeah.
like you know how music's always changing and like
I don't know if that's
how
real
people-
technology.
That's not technology.
That's not technology
That's
at all.
like art.
Yeah, I don't really see any technology like advancing like an insane amount though in the next 10 years,
Yeah,
like how it has.
I feel it.
10
I
years,
feel you,
baby.
bro.
Just wait 10
The next
more
decade,
years
bro.
and
10 more years.
then
Quote Lucas on this. In 10 years, something crazy is gonna
and
happen.
then we'll eat our words.
Yeah.
But not for another 10 years.
Yeah, we got a lot of time to wait.
All right, what's the next topic?
Lucas,
What are you doing down there?
He's grabbing
worry,
my
I'm
phone.
grabbing
Lucas was
Samsung.
scratching the bottom of the desk.
All right, quick anime topic to end this podcast.
Do it.
So, Psyche K, we've been watching the comedy anime, The Disastrous Life of Psyche K. It's pretty good.
Awesome.
An amazing show to just relax and sit back and listen to because of how funny it is.
Yeah, and the dub's great. It really helps like the comedy land better, in my opinion.
And that's what I like to talk about because a lot of people that, well, I guess like Western people think that like if you watch dubbed anime, you're like a poser. But
Yeah, like
we've been watching anime for so long, and I feel like we're decently inept to the anime community that we can comfortably say that we watch dubbed anime without feeling like losers.
Yeah, it's definitely essential for like comedy shows.
like the
because-
jokes land.
yeah, because if you don't speak Japanese, the jokes just don't land right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if you have to like read a punchline, it's going to be a lot less funny than like actually hearing it in words.
Yeah,
It's like
and I hate
reading
watching-
a joke off a piece of paper.
Yeah, and then I would see people on Twitter like watching like Naruto and like the basic shonen animes like, oh, if you watch anime and dubbed, you're a poser. Like,
Yeah.
no, like if you're watching comedy anime, you have to watch it in dubbed because the jokes land so much better. If you're watching like a real in-depth anime, I guess it's better to watch it. It's not better.
Yeah, I don't
it
think
is
it's
good to
better to
watch
watch
it in
either way,
sub.
but like the dub's just sometimes worse, I guess.
They
Yeah.
can be kind of goofy, especially for like shonen, I guess.
Yeah, it's good to watch. I don't hate to admit it. It's really good to watch dubbed anime unless it's a bad dubbed, and it's obvious to tell when it's a bad
Yeah,
dub.
I don't think anything's wrong with watching anime that's dubbed. I think it's a weird.
It's a weird
thing to-
standard.
yeah.
It's a weird standard that was set
Like
for
it's
some
kind of just
reason.
personal preference.
Yeah.
A lot of times, if you have to read a subtitle, then you're not really paying attention to the art or the animation or anything, so it kind of
Mhm.
takes away in that aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I just don't understand why people hate on it so much.
Yeah, it definitely like has its
yeah.
advantages.
The only reason I watch subbed like a lot is because I just don't like the dub, like the voices.
Yeah,
in the
I
dub.
it can be
Yeah.
really goofy and like throw
Either
off
the
the
dub
tone.
is really bad or the dub isn't available.
Yeah, because a lot of times, like in some like more serious shows, like the dub can sound kind of like monotone.
Yeah. Or like it'll just like sound like kind of goofy or like it just won't be correct.
Yeah, and like I think there's like 6 voice actors that do dubbed anime, so
Yeah,
everyone
they're
sounds like Sasuke Uchiha.
Yeah, I think there's a handful of dubbed animators that you know by heart. Like you don't know their names, but as soon as you hear that
you
voice,
like,
you
know
just
who
think
they
that's
are.
Sasuke.
Whenever it's their
Yeah.
birthday, Crunchyroll always like posts a picture of like the person who does the voices and like shows all the works they've been in.
And you're like, oh,
and it
that's
just
who it
shows
is.
like 500 people who they've voice acted as.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But watch comedy anime and dubbed because it's better.
Yeah. For dramas, I think subs a lot better because
In-depth anime that's kind of maybe confusing to watch that has like a lot of plot lines, watch dubbed unless there's not a dub version, or comedy animes watch dubbed. But anything that you're watching
Yeah.
casually or think that there's more of a deeper meaning to it, you could watch it subbed
Yeah, it's
because you're
just-
going to get a lot more
And a lot of people hate on dubbed, I guess,
things.
because sometimes it's hard to like actually translate a show that was made to be Japanese into
there's
like
a lot of
an
things,
English language.
Yeah, a lot of things are lost in translation.
In Psyche K, even there's like jokes that only apply to like the Japanese demographic, and then they just don't land at all.
Yeah, and like,
but you can kind of recognize when that's the case and just be like, oh, guess I'll sit this joke out.
Yeah, a lot of dubbed anime, like they'll like fail to put like where there's text and stuff, they won't put the text dubbed.
And like in Psyche K, it's like perfect that it's dubbed because like the main character's mouth doesn't move.
Yeah, so you're not like there's no like discrepancy with the lip movement.
Like you're not losing anything. So
yeah, they can explain as deep as they want in an American voice without
and
you
it's
realizing.
not like the dialogue's so in depth like you're losing a lot of meat from the conversation.
Yeah. All right, we're reaching the hour mark. Should we call it quits for this episode?
I quit.
I'm done for, baby. We just made the anime community really mad with that.
Yeah. Mic drop.
We're gonna start a war.
All right, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your night.
This was
Sam out.
Simon out.
Lucas out. This was the Guys Night Podcast. Good night.
Please like and subscribe and show your friends.
Or don't even care.
Go on
Don't
Spotify
care.
or something.
Yeah, we don't
know.
we don't care.
Yeah, F it. We don't even care.
Yeah, do what you guys want. We don't
All
care.
Time just to plug a couple more things. We do have a Twitter at Guys Night Cast. We're on Spotify, iTunes Podcasts, YouTube,
And
you
we
name
have
it.
an Instagram at Toggod, TOGGOD13.
Shut up. That's his Gundam.
His personal little Gundam
don't
boy
go
account.
on that.
Don't go on that. All right, tuning out. Bye.
Goodbye.
Wait.